Okay, I'm doing Pomona and Vertumnus from Ovid's Metamorphoses, and Ovid was a love poet, so his work focused on the nature of love. And in this section, Pomona is a wood nymph who just cares about her gardens and her trees, and Vertumnus is trying to win her heart. And so I'm reciting the first part of this section, and then at the end, Vertumnus tells her a story that convinces her to fall in love with him. Pomona lived under this king. No other Latian wood nymph knew more about gardens or was more zealous in tending an orchard whence her name. She had no interest in the forests or rivers. She loved the fields and trees laden with delicious ripe fruit. Her hand held no javelin but a pruning hook, with which she restrained luxuriant growth, cut back spreading branches, or made in the bark an incision for grafting a twig in a branch to give it fresh sap. She kept her trees well watered, irrigating their thirsty roots. This was her love. This was all her desire. She had no interest in Venus at all. But she did fear rape, and shut herself up inside her orchard, keeping men at a distance. The dancing satyrs did everything they could to win her hand, as did the pine-wreathed Pans. And Sylvanus, always younger than his age, and Priapus, who scared off thieves with his sickle or his viral shaft. Vertumnus outdid them all in the art of love, but came off no better. How many times did he come as a reaper into the garden, carrying a basket full of barley ears? And he really would look like a reaper too. Or he would come with fresh hay wreathing his head, so you would think he had just finished turning the new mown grass. He would come with an ox goad in his hand, or so you would think he had just finished unyoking his weary team. He could be a vine dresser with a pruning hook, or he would come in with a ladder, so you would think he was picking apples from the tree. He could be a soldier with a sword, or a fisherman with a pole. With all these disguises, he got to see her a lot. Once, he came into the garden with a wig of gray hair, bound with a colorful scarf, and came, leaning over a staff as an old woman, into the immaculate orchard, and said, as he admired the fruit, "But you are much better." Then he kissed her 2 or 3 times, kisses such as no real old woman would ever have given. And then, all hunched over, he sat on the grass and gazed at the trees heavy with autumn fruit. There was a shapely elm opposite, draped with glistening clusters of grapes.